So, I don't know what the hell just happened, but I turned off my Star Maker, tried to find something, everything froze. So I went to go press the reset button, and the entire laptop turned off. So we have to redo it from here. So, not understanding what happened there, but we're back nonetheless. So, yeah. We're gonna read some creepypastas. I found the website again. Don't know what happened. Technical difficulties with the laptop, I'm calling it, but my gosh, if it's not annoying, oh my word. All right. So we're gonna ignore that happened. We're gonna find some creepypastas that I haven't read before. If that makes sense, because I've read a bunch. I'm also gonna work out getting funny videos up. People think it's funny when I try sour candy. Yeah, I love sour candy. I think it's the funny faces I make when I eat sour candy. I think that's what gets people laughing, not the fact that I'm eating the candy. So, yeah. Oh my word, I can't believe my hair is short. Okay, that's just a thing for me. Okay, so let's do this. This one's called The Ocean Men. We'll read that. This is creepypasta.com. Never used this one before, like I said. I usually use Scary for Kids. And I've read 95% of the stories, so I don't want to read them. But I found a new website for now. It takes 14 minutes to read. Wonderful. It's not letting me read. Actually, I did a stupid thing the other day and got rid of my scary story reader. An app for reading scary stories, obviously. So I'm gonna find that again. So we're gonna sit here for a minute, possibly just do nothing, and try to get these paint tubs too close. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna look up creepypasta stories, because then that's how you find all the apps. I don't want to listen to someone read them. I want to read them myself. I don't know why. I can't sit there and listen to someone else read them. It sounds so weird, but that's the only way I read them. Or if Meg tells me about them. Why is it when you get a creepypasta app, they assume you want anything to do with tarot cards? Does that make sense? Honestly, I just press I'm not interested, get mad about it for a little bit, leave it be. Oh my word, short hair is weird. Trying to figure out how to style it and make it look good. So, yeah. I realized I don't like my hair behind my ears, because that annoys me. Okay, there we go. I have a headband. 1 second. I have a headband on the other side of my room. Yeah! Just to keep this hair out of the way. Not that it does anything for this side. I don't know what she's doing. Whatever it is, it's fine. What is with that piece of hair? Okay. That just looks dumb. It's fine. Oh, I don't know if I like this app. I don't want your horror movie wallpapers. I have a wallpaper app. I don't have the same wallpaper anymore though. It was a picture of Jeff the Killer, but a little chibi. And it's a go to sleep. It was my favorite. But Elizabeth changed it to something from Riverdale. And then I was all like, no. And then I changed it to Jeff the Killer in someone's pocket. Actually, look at this. Little Jeff the Killer in a pocket. It's so cute. Honestly, anything that makes a creepypasta look like a child, it's cute. Okay. So, Weird. Oh, they have Eyeless Jack. I've read Eyeless Jack, I think. 1999. That's the one I was trying to read before. When I decided I can't read small print. Okay, this is told in the first person point of view. Okay, so the year is 1999. That sentence brings them back to their senior kindergarten class when they were 5 years old, where they used to read out the date on the blackboard every single day. The year 1999 exists as a stain in their mind somehow, as a memory that will not go away no matter how much they try to get it out of their mind. However, as a memory that will not go away. However, 1999 marked the year they lost their first tooth. Is that the scary part? You lost a tooth? It was their first time on a plane, and unfortunately, the early loss of their childhood innocence. Okay. That one memory refuses to be wiped away out of their brain. It started with the new, or in this case, old TV. At the time, Pokemon was the latest fad fad to hit schools and playgrounds. Pokemon cards, games, stickers, and the most popular, the TV show. So, of course, every time they'd go home, they'd be glued to the television to watch Pokemon. Wow. It wasn't until after a few months after they discovered it was on Channel 22. One day in April, they flipped through the channels trying to see if Pokemon was on. They pressed Channel 21 into the remote, hoping there would be more channels. And to their delight, there was. Their father was surprised too, but he let him watch it because it seemed to have kids programs on. Oh, okay. I lost my spot. Every time they thought of the channel, they realized more and more how messed up the shows were. And they had to ask themselves, what the hell was I watching? Oh my word, if something makes you think, what the hell was I watching? Obviously, it wasn't that good and probably not kid appropriate. But, April 1999. Bear Seller, episode 12. Very sketchy name if you were to look at it nowadays. The show featured a man wearing a bear mascot costume. I think I've read this story before. Not on camera. But there was a bear sitting at a table playing checkers by himself. He sat for a little bit until there was a knock on the door. The camera looked up the stairs at the door, and there was another knock. Mr. Bear climbed up the stairs and opened the door to reveal two young children. One boy was his age, and the other girl looked to be about 8. So 5 and 8. Is the kid still 5? Possibly. Mr. Bear would dance and talk with the children, and they couldn't hear any of them very well. But they remembered that Mr. Bear led the kids into a cellar. A grown adult in a bear suit leading children to a cellar. Even in a story, you'd think, what the hell? The episode ended where they were playing hide and seek, with the other kid hiding in a closet and Mr. Bear counting. Okay, that's not weird or anything. 2 children playing hide and seek with a grown man in a bear costume who takes these children to a cellar. No one else is concerned? Okay. May 1999. Soup and Spoon. They don't even think that was even a show. They think it was more of a special movie kind of thing. All they knew was that they stopped watching Caldon for a while because they thought the show was too stupid, especially since Pokemon came on around 4:30 and 5 o'clock. And they don't remember much of it, but showed a can of soup and a spoon both attached to strings swinging back and forth as if someone was holding them or dangling them in front of the camera. That sounds like another show. What is it? Had to do with a toilet brush and whatever the hell it was. I don't know. Me and NASA were sitting watching old shows that got canceled. I don't even know what it was, but they had a character named Jackie Chain and a toilet brush that was the main focus. The toilet brush had a name too. Bruce Brush or something like that. I don't even know. I know that's wrong. And they were just household inanimate objects being held by string and being messed with as if they were talking. They had googly eyes or eyeballs in general glued to them. And yeah. So me and Nessa were watching that the other night. And I saw that. I was like, oh, I don't remember that, but it was a thing. That's what that reminded me of. Done with the headband. Let's deal with it behind my ear. Anyway, that's what this part reminded me of. Am I not done? I thought I was. It was as if someone was holding them and dangling them in front of the camera. Interestingly enough, the show was not shot in a basement, which looked like the one. This was shot in a basement, which just happened to look like the one from the Bear's cellar, Mr. Bear's cellar. Like I said, they couldn't remember much. The only thing they could remember was the end. The entire thing was only half an hour and just involved stuff they found stupid, such as a spoon chasing the soup and trying to eat him. It is in quotations, just like that. The ending showing a table and about 7 children sitting around. Hey, you're leaving me. 7 children sitting around it. Each of them had a bowl of soup in front of them. They were sitting and looking around at the camera, but with confused, almost frightened faces. And the cameraman held up a can of soup in front of the kids and said, "Spoons ready." And then it just stopped. That's not weird. It reminds me of a commercial I saw where this cookie, and was it Chips Ahoy? Is that the commercial? I haven't even said the commercial, and I assume you guys will know. But it's a cookie sitting at a birthday party with a bunch of kids just sitting around him. And the cookie makes the mistake of going, "Where's the cake?" And the kid looks at the cookie and goes, "We're not having cake." And then they hate the cookie. They're all like, "Oh no, I'm going to be eaten." That's what that reminds me of. That just reminded me of a bunch of different things. Okay, so this one goes to July 1999. There's August. Oh my gosh. Is this all just explaining one show? Why is it so low? Okay. One, it's mix of a bunch of dates with a bunch of different shows. So I encourage you guys to go read this yourselves. It's a pretty long story. Honestly, I think it's more the fact I don't have the patience to sit there and read it. Oh, I was told by May not to read Splendorman. I say that because it's the only one up here I haven't read. And I don't know why. She just told me not to. She said it's weird. Why? That is disgusting. No. Stop. I don't want that game. Yeah. Yeah, we're not reading that. So we're gonna find another story. It's not all just creepypastas, so I lied. But that's okay. Japanese legends? You guys like legends? I'm really tired of the commercials that tell you, like, they're one of those play along games, and they're like, you start as a commoner, work your way up to a princess, or you start from a princess, and every one of the women have everything but their nipples showing. I hate that. I can't. That's the one thing I can't stand. Mine is how they're half naked. That's annoying too. Huh? I can't hear you with that in your mouth. Yeah. I'm doing a video. Want the chips?
No, wait.
You don't want the chips?
A bowl.
A bowl? I don't have a bowl.
Wait.
I don't have any socks. Oh, Meme? Dad does? Dad has socks? Yeah, they be in his bureau, babe. Can you close my door, Lillian? Well, our door, whatever you want to call it. It's a door. I got it. I'll get it. Hey, I took all of it. Bye, honey. Move your hand. I don't want to show your hand in the jar. It's time for you to go to bed. Come here. Come here. Wow. Ugh. You're heavy. Follow you. I got to stay up here and do my video. So they're not lonely. Here, I'll turn the light on so you can go down the stairs. There you go. Have fun. Siblings. Okay, that's Persephone. All right. I've read some of these. I can't read. Apparently, they get into smaller letters towards the bottom. Do you see those? I'm trying to read the descriptions. I have a very hard time reading tiny letters. Okay. So this one's called Akamanto, aka red or blue toilet paper. How this goes is it's like our version, the American version of the red pill or the blue pill, or the man in the clown suit that offers you these said pills. And there's another Japanese legend.
I love you, Ruby.
I love you. I'll grab you.
Can I use the tablet or use
I'm using it. Okay. Thank you. You want to take Steffi?
Steffi.
Just
No,
go into bed.
it's bouncy.
Oh, I know it's bouncy.
It's bouncy.
But,
No, I know it. Kaka.
Child. Almost fell. Come here.
Okay.
Go watch your movie.
Okay. Am I going to the
Go with Elizabeth. I thought you guys were all watching the movie downstairs. No? Oh, you're watching in your room? Oh, have fun. I'm in Cam's room. You sleep in my room with me. Siblings. Anyway, I don't like explaining scary stories while my sister's in here. Very sensitive. But essentially, you pick the red pill, you die. You pick the blue pill, you die. Oh, how does it actually go? If you pick the red one, you get decapitated, I think. I'm actually just going to click into it. I can't remember how the American one goes anyway. So, most of our urban legends are not scary. And some of them feel like they piggyback on other ones. So, not scary. No.
It's a paper.
Paper?
It's a phone.
Oh, yeah, give that to Can. It's her little Among Us paper.
It has buttons.
No, it's pink. Yeah, it's for Kansas. It's like a present. Go give it to her.
Yeah, no buttons.
Can gets presents. Yeah, the blue one causes suffocation. The red one causes you to bleed to death. That is empty. And even if it was full, you would not be getting Pepsi. Do you want to sip my water, though? No? Do you just want to sit here and listen to scary stories? Come here. Come be on camera. This is Nessa. Let's say hi. The last time we were together, we read stories that ended up not being so kid-friendly. Nope, that chicken... Okay, now I need to look at the app. It's a chicken. Chickens are cute. No. There we go. It loaded. So, no, we're going to figure out what the app is. Do not uninstall my app. Oh. No, I don't want it. Was that for me, or I had her give it to Can?
Yeah, it's for Nan. Do you have the tip to Nan? Yeah.
I don't know. You want to take Steffi to Mimi's? She's going to bed.
Oh, nice.
Don't touch the light.
It's Nan hot.
Yeah, you just can't touch the light. This is Nessa. That's Steffi.
Hi.
In case you haven't been watching for a while. Because people like to suggest that we are not siblings.
It's a hole.
I've gotten that a lot on Star Maker. They smell like soap.
It's a hole.
What has a hole?
It's not a hole.
Well, yeah, that's a hole because it's a table.
Yeah.
And it used to have
It's
one.
hot.
No.
It's a nightie.
Yeah, it lights up my room.
It lights.
We're gonna read the doll with the real human hair. Down. Down.
I did. Wasn't that cute?
You can't play with the flashing lights while I have my video going.
Why? It's on.
Because in case people are sensitive to flashing lights, hey, you want to help me for a minute?
What?
Oh. Put the show on.
Want May?
You want to watch Secret Life of Pets 2? Do you even like that movie?
No, and they're not on Netflix anymore.
Oh, it's not. Hey, let me watch Team Umizoomi with you. Yeah, Team Umizoomi. Ouch. To mom's room. Okay. Most of my videos are just me procrastinating. That's all they are. The doll with the real human hair. I think I read this one. Okay, so mostly these are not really scary. I can't pronounce the name to save the life of anyone. Hokkaido? It's Hokkaido. It's best known for, it's a place. Best known for seafood, snow, and rejuvenating bathhouses. But there is another highlight you can't miss. Seeing the Aku doll in the flesh. The doll is believed to contain the spirits of Aku, a little girl, who died of the cold. So, like hypothermia. Or a cold. Died of cold. Died of a cold. Okay, so she died of a cold, not the cold. I have a hard time reading these, apparently. The doll is believed to... The doll was a gift from her brother, who thought that she resembled the doll as both of them supported a short bob. Oh, that's cute. Aku loved the doll so much that she carried it everywhere she went. When she passed from a vicious cold, her family kept the doll as a keepsake. Soon they noticed something odd. The doll's hair, which was previously a bob, started to grow. No matter how many times they tried to cut the doll's hair, it kept growing back. Frightened, the family passed the doll to the monks at the Manji temple for help. Scientists have analyzed the doll and confirmed that the hair belongs to a human child. This perplexing phenomenon remains unknown or unexplained to this day. The temple is open to the public so that you can verify it for yourself. Note that photography is not allowed. Okay. This kind of sounds like the Robert doll. For the fact that you can't take pictures of it. You're not supposed to anyway, or bad things will happen to you. That's what they say. But yeah, that's what it just sounds like to me. That's kind of sad. Anything sad when it has child's death in it. Horror stories. If I've read these, I'm gonna get real upset because they're supposed to be stories I haven't read. There's one called My Friend, 9-year-old Edward and the Shadow Man. And the only thing in that subtitle description is August 13th, 1921. A Bad Night. Babies are downstairs causing a ruckus. I think we'll read A Bad Night. So let's do that. It's loading. Or it's trying to load. I don't know what it's doing. If you could load, please. This is what I'm staring at. In case any of you are thinking I'm reading it ahead of time, I'm not. There's literally no words to read. I do sometimes scan through stories to find anything weird. That's what I do. This one's not working. I'm actually getting quite annoyed at the fact that it doesn't want to work. I'm going to re-click it. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to read a different one. And the app stopped working. You're going to work now? You done? Yes? Maybe? How long is it? That story takes an hour to read. Not taking an hour to read a story. That'll probably have to turn into its own video. I try to read shorter stories in my live stream so I can fit more in there. Because if they're going to be an hour, I might as well make a video for them all themselves. Does that make sense? This is not working. So yeah, we're yeah. I have a paper that has stories on it. Wait a minute. I have a list of story names, hence ones I've read for a video. No, I'll just tell you about Nick Vannell. There we go. I read from the ones I've already read. It doesn't make sense to tell you about ones I haven't read before, and I don't know enough about Jeff the Killer to just spurt out the story. Unlike Nick Vannell, which I remember that story. So the rest of those are going in a video too. Nick Vannell is a child, obviously, but his mother, and his stepfather, will be stepfather, don't have kids together. So one day, the mother runs into a man named Seben Vannell, which is where Nick Vannell being his dad's name. They do what they do. They have a kid. And James, the woman's husband, figures out she has Nick, and Nick is not his, but he still loves him and treats him like his own, which I find super sweet because he doesn't have to, but he does. But he never tells Nick. And he never worries about why he looks so much more different than his father, which doesn't matter to James. So James doesn't tell him. So one day, Nick starts working for this doctor, surgeon. I'm not quite sure what he is, but he has a bunch of needles. So I'm assuming he's a surgeon. He might be just a doctor. But Nick comes over a bag of white powder. He assumes to be flour. He also finds a paper about his father, his real father, but Nick doesn't think anything of it. He loves his dad, his stepdad. Anyway, and he's all like, oh, doesn't bother me. And so Nick, after walking over this bag of white powder, does nothing, just moves it over. And the doctor thinks he takes off with it, takes it, like, ingests the white powder, and kills him by poisoning him. What does he do after that? Oh my word, I have to look it up. Ignore my sister screaming downstairs. Why can't I remember how this one goes? I read this one. I assume of the ones I've read, he's had the saddest death, minus. What's the other one I thought had the saddest death? I thought Jane the Killer's backstory was sad. But. Alright. Okay, so Nick's mother, Nancy, was a nurse at the same hospital that her husband, James, worked at. Due to busy schedules, the couple barely saw each other. You were jump scared?
Yeah, I'm watching Dad play the hitchhiker game, and he didn't look at the hitchhiker guy enough. The guy who's been around me was hitchhiking. Okay, freaking, he did the jump scare where he grabs her shoulders and opens his mouth, and it scared the hell out of me.
I heard you scream, so
Sorry.
figured it was scary. His mom meets a guy from Germany. He's a German man named Seben Vannell, and begins seeing him on the side alongside seeing James, her husband. So she's a cheater. She keeps up this affair. James is suspicious. Doesn't go into it. Seben leaves to go back to Germany, leaving Nancy pregnant with his baby. And so he takes care of Nick. James does, and Nancy dies after giving after giving birth to her child, which is super sad. Nick inherited intermittent explosive disorder from his biological father. And despite all the odds Nick had growing up, he was very intelligent, charismatic. He always asked why he did not look like his father. Sometimes he would ask his father himself. And then the father, James, would say he took after his grandfather's look as opposed to his, to protect his feelings. So after Nicholas turned 18, he was a lab assistant. Not even. It was for a scientist, not a doctor or surgeon, a scientist named Dr. Josh. One day he found a newspaper article on his real father. Thank you. Oddly enough, he stayed calm about this and went on with his day. He came over a bag of white powder. We all know what this white powder is. He thought it was flour. Dr. Josh went to the kitchen to make some tea and found Nick had moved the supply. Josh was surprised and worried and simply had to get rid of him. So he drugged him. And he was tied to a chair and then started interrogating Nick. And Nick just simply pleaded for him to leave him alone. Obviously, he didn't. He tested a new serum on him. And then he left the room. Nick managed to escape, and he killed the doctor with a hammer. I thought he was poisoned. I lied. He killed the doctor. And then Nick becomes an assassin for hire, using syringe filled with poison to poison his victims and kill them. That's where I got the poison part from. I'm 100% sure the serum was poison. But, I kicked the cord. So, yeah. That's the story, Nick Vandal. That's where I'm going to leave this live stream. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!